All right, everybody, welcome to one more session on YAML. In this particular session, we will learn about some advanced YAML techniques like using references for reusability, conditional logic in YAML, managing secrets and sensitive data, templating, and macros in YAML. These are the couple of topics that we would be discussing in this particular chapter. Now, first, let us look into the first one, which is using references and reusability. Now, in the previous chapter, we have discussed about anchors and aliases, right? So, references in YAML allows us to reuse the data definitions across your YAML documents, promoting modularity and reducing redundancy. Now, how do we reuse this data definitions? Typically by using anchors and aliases. They help us to maintain consistency in our YAML files and simplify updates. It is a human readable data serialization standard that can be used in conjunction with all programming languages and is often used to write configuration files. Okay, so basically, if you want to reuse the code, we can use anchors and aliases. Now, if you look at a typical example here, you see at the rate, it is like anchor. If I want to use this configuration, we use an asterisk that is nothing but alias. Okay. Now, while YAML itself does not, now let's speak about the conditional statement. YAML itself does not support the conditional statements like Python and all other languages. They support if conditional statements, right? But YAML does not support conditional logic by itself. But we can achieve conditional behavior through external loops or pre-processing scripts. Like we can use something like tools like Ansible, Helm, or Jinja to templates that can be used to add conditional logic to YAML. Now, conditional logic can control which parts of YAML file or has to be included based on the conditions. Now, if you look at an example, now if we say, let's say we are building multiple environments. Let's say you want to use for dev different options, for prod different options. Then we can use a conditional statements. If the configuration is for dev, it has to take the options from the dev block of the code. If it is prod, the variables it has to take from the prod block of the code. Okay, by using that, we can achieve if conditional statements. Now, by using YAML, we can also manage secrets. Handling secrets and sensitive data in YAML requires special care to keep them secure and to avoid hard coding secrets directly in YAML files. We use environment variables or dedicated secret management tools like HashiCorp Vault, AWS Secrets. We can use as a Vault tool. The secrets are stored outside the code repository to prevent accidental exposure of the username and the passwords. If you look at that, ideally, if there is no secrets, right, or if YAML does not have capability of storing secrets, now you will typically give your username and password to the database in this manner. Okay, but if you create an environment variable, using environment variables, we can pass the username and password to the YAML files, configuration files. Okay, that's all I have for this chapter. You guys have a good time. See you guys in the next session.